Welcome back to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. You are here with the boys of Poi and Soy on our post-credits segment. Post-credits is the segment where we go through movies, TV, entertainment, and all the good stuff in between. I am your co-host, Nolan Chang, and with me as always are my longtime friends and co-hosts, Fiona McKee, Jalen Holston. Say what's up to the crowd.
Hello, crowd. The hell's going on with
you guys?
Okay.
Oh, yeah? That's how we doing it right now? Okay. Respectfully, disagree.
Okay. Jay's screen is hella hazy right now.
You know how we do.
Disagree.
Anyways, we got a short and content kind of episode for you guys today, but we did want to start off with something because we do have a partner for our podcast, W Energy. W Energy is the leading, I would say in our opinion, the leading energy supplement that has
In
only
my personal
150
opinion.
milligrams of caffeine, which is about a little less than 2 cups of coffee.
In my personal opinion.
it's all natural ingredients.
In my personal
Shut up! We're trying to do this for them.
In my personal opinion.
In my personal opinion, it's the best. So you know it's
That
right.
almost made it sound worse.
I know. But it is all natural ingredients. It doesn't have any of the crash. Gives you enough energy to get through whatever you need to do, whether it's gaming, work out, or you just want a little pick-me-up for the rest of your day. Go get yourself some W at w.gg. Use our promo code POINSOY, POINSOY, for 10% off your order. You're not only supporting them as a business, you're supporting us as content creators, and we appreciate you for it wholeheartedly. But the next thing that we're going to cover today is Loki, episode 3. The main thing with this new episode is we finally get to see Jonathan Majors stepping into, I guess, a King Victor Timely. But I'm going to start it off with you, Keone. Were there some standout moments, and did this kind of continue the role with the first 2 episodes?
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out Renslayer. I forgot what that actress's name is.
Oh, the actress. I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, because I know she's in. We just watched a show called The Morning Show with her in it. She was fantastic in that show, and in this one, she's absolutely killing it. Love that dynamic of her and like kind of how she's. We'll talk about this later, but there's some theory stuff that I was seeing that I'm kind of curious to get you guys' thoughts on. But as far as the show is concerned, I mean, like I said, it's hard because I want to give him his props because he's doing the thing where we see him come in and he just plays these absolutely fantastic characters. The Victor Timely thing has been, I mean, his take on whatever.
Absolute stud.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a chameleon, bro. He is a chameleon.
He's able to make himself look like somebody who is frightened and very much like
he
unaware.
Has the speech impediment.
Yeah, it's just like somehow he makes himself look frail and fragile. Like I'm almost curious to see whether or not he is as fragile as he is portraying himself to be. But I think that's kind of the genius of how he is playing the character and the fact that he is obviously a menacing character in other forms. The fact it makes this character just stand out that much more. This, of course, was a little bit of a slower episode in, like connecting it to the other ones. But like I said, I think Jay pointed it out the last time, the way that the story is written, the way that everything in the show is written, you can't tell because the way the pacing is just so perfectly done that fantastic.
Jalen, I'll throw it over to you. Any thoughts regarding episode 3?
Fantastic. All the things that Keone said and then some. Again, this is how you do great writing. There were a couple things answered, more questions asked, of course, because we're still not done with the show. Great performances, I think, from everybody in the show. Like literally, I don't know if anyone really had an off day or an off scene where it wasn't hitting like it was supposed to. I think everybody on this show brings it in every part of the show. Tom Hiddleston, obviously an absolute knockout. I always forget the actress who plays Sylvie's name, but she's just amazing.
Sophie
and I think
DiMartino.
Thank you. So hopefully we get some more screen time with her as well, because she was kind of in this episode, but and she was in a big part of last episode, obviously. Mm-hmm. But more Sylvie, more fun for me, because I think that actress is just phenomenal. So another great Loki episode, and I can't wait to see what's going on. I love the little knock when they went to the initial World's Fair of the three like wooden carvings of the Norse gods or whatever, and
Norse
Loki
gods.
wasn't up there. That was a cool little scene for me, and I will say that might have been a slight Easter egg into the next Thor villain. Also, they just dropped that in there without any, because we haven't really
The
seen that
third guy
person
that
yet.
wasn't Odin or Thor. Yeah, I was
Right.
thinking the same damn thing. Yeah.
Come on, Kevin. You used to be real slick at those back in the day, but we're on to you now, man. We're on to you, pal. Huh?
But anywho, I think that'll do it. We have 3 more episodes left. I hope it continues to be phenomenal writing, because I think the writing is the high point of this show, because it isn't action centric, and I really appreciate that from this show. And I'm hoping that it continues with its role. Next up, episodes 5 and 6 of Gen V. Eric Kripke is doing it again, making these episodes where it brings in real life issues, but also great storyline in science fiction. And I think that this show is just absolutely banger, dude. But Jalen, I'll roll it over to you first. What were your thoughts on episodes 5? And then we'll kind of roll into 6 in a bit.
I gotta kind of dust the cobwebs off for 5. 5 was we gotta escape the illusion episode, right? Because they were all in the dream. And
Nope,
then
that's 6.
No, is that 6? No, because
Yeah.
it was the same thing, because they figured out that What's Her Nuts in episode 5 was the one that put everyone to sleep at the end of 4.
One eternity later.
But anyway, making up for lost time, episode 5 I thought was a very, very fun episode, because at the end of 4, I think everybody collectively was just kind of like, what? Huh? Why are we... This is how it ends? This is how they're ending 4? Yeah, and then we get into 5, and damn, they did the thing. I'm not gonna lie, didn't really see that one. I mean, kind of could somewhat see it, but I really thought it was the weird roofie guy. I love the turn. Back to my point, I love the turn and the twist. It was great. I did like how it wasn't really set up or given away. It just kind of hit you, and you were like, oh, actually, that makes a lot of fucking sense now that we're thinking about how they kept it a secret this whole time.
Jeez.
You know what I mean?
Because you wouldn't have known that she was doing it, because
right,
she was doing it. And
she was just forget.
She was like,
okay. So, yeah, I thought that was awesome. Episode 6 was the great follow-up to that, because now we have the ramifications of finding out something that huge in a previous episode. A lot of shows would have glazed over it and moved on to the next action set piece, but a good show builds on what happened in the previous episode. But it was nice seeing all these characters go through the memories of like how everything kind of got to this point, from what she had pushed out of their brain and all that while they were trying to save her from having a seizure. That was cool. I especially liked, I think, that small moment of the magnet guy seeing Golden Boy back again. That was...
You think I didn't know? And
that was a real moment.
Reveal. I thought it just happened after he died, but no.
Nope. That was pretty heavy as far as scenes go. That was probably one of my favorite ones, because that kind of just flipped a lot of different emotions. It's like the gratification of seeing your dead friend, but then also realizing like, oh, wait a second, there's some stuff that had happened afterwards, respectfully, that I had not planned on, but like now we probably got to address that. So that's what happened. So yeah, just absolute bangers, guys. Again, if you're a writer and you're trying to learn how to craft great worlds, great characters, and how to like thoughtfully and meticulously tell a very detailed story throughout a long episode series, you got to start watching The Boys and Gen V, because they do it every single episode.
Not to mention, if you're someone who's looking to be just a filmmaker in general, the idea behind, making this raunchy show, but also understanding where you don't want to turn people off, and creating a whole massacre involving puppets, instead of having this guy in episode 5, Sam, really ripping people's arms off and CGIing it, when you could really just make this into a puppet and play into the light-hearted fun part of this actual series and property. And I thought that was really genius, because they very well probably had the green light to just massacre whatever they wanted in this show, but they kind of refrained from that for that. And I thought that was a really genius creative move. Keone, I'll roll it over to you. What were your thoughts?
That was a really dope scene.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Regarding, I mean, I played back into it in episode 6 when that.
He kind of sees the
Yeah, I was like, that's a little. But you know what? Do what you gotta do. But your thoughts on episode 5 and then into 6?
I mean, just mirroring the thoughts of Jay. This is a fantastically written show. 5 was great, and overall, I mean, it just keeps getting better, man. The things they keep adding to the plot, nothing seems to be wasted the entire time. I'm just like waiting for the next point. So go watch the show. It's grotesque. It's crazy. It's a lot of inappropriate things, but go watch it.
And once again, I'm gonna repeat it because it becomes more prevalent every single episode. They do a phenomenal job of creating an overarching story, but having each episode have its own plot lines. And that is great writing. That's great show producing. And you guys out there who have not been watching The Boys or Gen V, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you actually doing?
Gentlemen, any last thoughts before we say au revoir?
Guys, just watch the stuff, okay? If you're not watching the stuff, you're messing up, okay? You messed up. You done screwed the pooch. You gotta get on this stuff. This is great content, okay? We don't always do this and get this as fans, and you need to appreciate it and watch it. Otherwise, we're not gonna
How
keep
many
getting
shows do we actually like unanimously? Like,
Right.
from start to finish.
This
No,
is the
just-
one, guys.
This is it.
Of all
Also-
the other shows.
It's like, and if you were here with us through She-Hulk, through Miss Marvel, like,
God.
through Boba Fett, you know.
Oh my God.
You understand?
My leg.
But anyways, thank you all for joining us today on this segment of Post Credits. All our socials will be here in the description above, below, right? Please join or follow our Instagram at the Poi and Soy Podcast, coming out with reels weekly. Go check out our other segments, Fifth Down, After the Buzzer. Team Huddle will be coming back once we get all the time together because it has been a crazy season for some of us.
In
Other than
between
that, thank
seasons,
you
baby.
guys
That's
for
when we got to
making
do
us
it.
a part of your day. We enjoyed having you be a part of ours. From all of us here at Poi and Soy, good vibes and love, everybody.
Bang, bang.